Today I'll be teaching you how to make sushi the Rossi way. I don't know if it's traditional Japanese, but you know, I've taken a little bit from each book that I've been looking at, and I've put together my own little method of making sushi. So firstly, we've got the rice, special sushi rice. If you just come over here, Muzz, and have a look at that. Yeah! So the first thing to do is soak that for half an hour, just in some water. I don't know the actual reason why.
Get rid of the starch.
No, because that's to rinse it, and then we'll rinse it afterwards. So we'll just leave that for about half an hour. That is, we're going to make sushi for around 3 people, so I was using 200 grams of rice. We'll also be using some cucumber, avocado, smoked salmon instead of raw salmon, because it's easier to get really, and it's not going to be toxic if it goes wrong. We've got some wine vinegar, some salt and some sugar here, which will be used to make sushi vinegar, which you add to the rice. And we're done here for half an hour, then we can come back and rinse the rice, get off the starch, and then start cooking the rice. The hardest part is cooking the rice, so this is the most important sort of part you should pay attention to. Okay. Right, great. So now I've just come down, check the rice. It's looking good. I don't know what that means because it doesn't look any different. But anyway, I'm gonna wash my hands. Always remember to wash your hands. Sorry about that. I'm moving quite fast now. Right. So now we need to rinse the rice. So there's actually a technique that they use in Japan. Instead of sieving it, they I'm just draining the rice at the moment. But instead of sieving it, they do a funny sort of action like this sort of action. They put a bit of water in. There you go. And it gets out all the starch. You just need to keep doing this until it runs clear. Okay, so now I've just poured out a sieve, because it's actually easier than doing it the traditional Japanese way. But you can see how thick the rice is. You know, it's not like your normal rice. So it's imperative to get the right rice, otherwise it just won't stick together when it comes to handling it. Right, so now we're ready to cook the rice. Now we've got all the starch out of it. It still looks a bit funny, but right. So I've pre-measured the water out. So to 300 grams of rice, you're going to be using well, that's about 230 mils of water. Pop that in there. Pop the water in. Hope you're watching this camera on, because you're going to have to repeat it for me. Right, so now we just heat it and bring it to simmer. It's important to remember to put a lid on the rice. This allows it to steam, because it's actually a steaming process as well as a boiling process. So right from the go, you put on a lid. And you need to refrain from checking on it every now and again, because otherwise you'll let all the steam out. So we'll just leave it there for it takes about 10 minutes to come to the boil. Then we'll reassess it when it gets to that stage. Whilst we're waiting for the rice to cook, to start boiling, we are going to make the rice, the sushi vinegar, using the wine, salt and sugar. Because we're using fish, we don't want it to be too sugary, so you can use between 50 and 30 grams of sugar. We're going to go on to the lower end, so 15 to 20 grams. I'm going to say that's enough. Yeah, the salt. So for that we use 1.5 tablespoons. So now I've measured out the sugar, and I'm just going to add the salt, which is 1.5 of these. I'll just say 1.5. I'd say that should be enough. No vinegar. So now we're having 30 mils of vinegar. What would you say, like, do you reckon that's the third, that line?
Yeah, I would.
That line's a third. So,
Yep.
so we'll go good with that. My cameraman is training, but he seems to be quite helpful at the moment. Okay, so sounds like the rice is about getting there. Once it starts boiling or simmering, then you turn it right down and then leave it on for a further 5 to 10 minutes. You can have a quick peek until all the water's gone and it looks quite sticky, and then once that's done, then you switch it off altogether, put a towel over it, and just to seal it so the steam can't escape, and you leave that for a further 10 minutes. So it's about half an hour in total, the rice preparation. Once that's done, then we'll add these ingredients. As I say, we're going to use avocado, cucumber and smoked salmon. So now I'm just going to prepare the cucumber and avocado into the right geometry so it can fit into the sushi. So I normally just take a chunk off about this size, right, and then cut it in half, and cut it in half again, cut it in half again, and again, until you've got like the right sort of size to fit into sushi. Cut down all the way around the stone. We only need to use half of it. Turn it, we use this side. Cut out any bad bits. Right, and you simply, again you want like long strips. So there we go. You want to get them all around the same thickness. Under the pressure of the camera I don't seem to be doing this very well. There you go. And then you gouge it out with the side of the knife. So there you go. You just carefully do it so they come out all in one piece, you see. And then you do the same with the salmon, cut it into nice chunks. We're going to make two different sorts of sushi. We're going to make sushi rolls and I forgot what the name of the other one is. The block of rice with the a bit of salmon on top. Let's say that rice is pretty much near done now, so just have a quick peek. Let's say it's pretty much done.
How can you tell?
You tell so that most of the water is gone. I'll just turn it up a little bit and then I'll give it another couple of minutes and then we'll steam it.